So dear students, today's concept is photoelectric effect. So what is a photoelectric effect? First we have to know what is photoelectric effect. A photoelectric effect is nothing but the ejection of electrons from the surface of the metal when the light of suitable frequency strikes or incident on the metal surface. This is nothing but a photoelectric effect. The ejection of electrons from the surface of the metal when the light of suitable frequency strikes on the metal surface is known as photoelectric effect. Let us see. Let us consider this is the surface of the metal, and also this is the nucleus, and this is a electron. The attractive forces between nucleus and electron. This is electron. A beam of light, the energy h nu or frequency nu is incident on the metal surface, in which certain amount of energy is utilized to break the attractive forces between nucleus and electron. Remaining energy converts into the kinetic energy of the electron. So the ejection of electron ejection takes place like this from the surface of the metal when the light of suitable frequency strikes on the metal. Actually what happened here, when the light radiation strikes on the or hits on the or incident on the metal surface, the certain amount of energy of light radiation is utilized to break the attractive forces between nucleus and electron, and the remaining energy is converts into the kinetic energy of the electron. Ejected electron. These ejected electrons are called photoelectrons. These ejected electrons are called photoelectrons. That means the energy of the light radiation h nu splits into two. First one is work done, which is nothing but to break the attractive forces between nucleus and electron, and remaining energy converts into the kinetic energy of the ejected electron. That means h nu is equal to the sum of work done and kinetic energy of the ejected electron. So W, which is nothing but h nu naught. W is work function. Nu naught is a threshold frequency. The amount of energy is required to break the attractive forces between nucleus and electron. This is known as a work function. The minimum amount of energy is required to break the attractive forces between nucleus and electron. This is known as work function. Nu naught, the minimum amount of energy which is used to eject the electron is known as a threshold frequency. The minimum frequency which is used to eject the electron from the metal surface is known as threshold frequency, nu naught. Substitute W is equal to h nu naught in this expression. We get h nu is equal to h nu naught plus kinetic energy K, or kinetic energy is equal to h nu minus h nu naught. It can be written as kinetic energy is equal to h into nu minus nu naught. But nu is equal to c by lambda, then kinetic energy Ke is equal to h into c by lambda minus c by lambda naught. This is nu and this is nu naught. Or Ke is equal to hc into 1 by lambda minus 1 by lambda naught. You know a rule about kinetic energy, which is nothing but half mv square. Half mv square is equal to hc into 1 by lambda minus 1 by lambda naught. V square is equal to 2 hc by m into 1 by lambda minus 1 by lambda naught. V square is equal to 2 hc by m into 1 by lambda minus 1 by lambda, or velocity V is equal to square root of 2 hc by m into 1 by lambda minus 1 by lambda naught. 1 by lambda minus 1 by lambda. From this expression, we can also write it as Ke by h is equal to nu minus nu naught. Ke by h is equal to nu minus nu naught. So, what is a threshold frequency? The threshold frequency is nothing but the minimum amount of frequency, or the minimum frequency required to eject the electrons is called threshold frequency. So, ejection of electrons takes place more easily in the case of the atoms having large atomic size. So, in the periodic table we have 18 groups from 1 to 18. From left to right, atomic size decreases. So, group 1 elements have more atomic radius. In group from top to bottom, atomic size increases. That means from top to bottom, atomic size increases in this group potassium, rubidium and cesium. Most important bit. These three metals ready to show photoelectric effect. Due to their large size and weak electrostatic attractions between nucleus and the electrons when compared to remaining elements in the periodic table, due to their large size, they readily show photoelectric effect. The photoelectric effect is shown by readily shown by potassium, rubidium and cesium. Potassium, rubidium and cesium. This is the discussion about photoelectric effect. And let us see what happens. The frequency of incident light radiation is less than threshold frequency, and what happens? The incident light radiation frequency is greater than threshold frequency, and what happens when the incident light radiation frequency is equal to threshold frequency. Before that, these 2 points are very, very important. The number of photoelectrons. The number of photoelectrons ejected is depending upon the frequency of intensity of light radiation. Intensity of light radiation. Number of photoelectrons evolved or emitted is directly proportional to intensity of the light radiation. Which light radiation? Incident light radiation. And next point is kinetic energy of photoelectrons. Kinetic energy of photoelectrons is directly proportional to frequency of light radiation. Frequency of light radiation. This is incident light radiation. This is also incident light radiation. This is incident light radiation. That means the kinetic energy of photoelectric upon electrons depend independent on the intensity of incident light radiation. The kinetic energy of photoelectrons depends on frequency of incident light radiation, which is directly proportional. Very, very important statement type question. So, Ke is direct. Ke kinetic energy of photoelectrons is directly proportional to frequency of incident light radiation. Let us see the graphical representation. Kinetic energy versus frequency. Kinetic energy versus frequency. Frequency nu. This is kinetic energy and this is frequency. This is nu naught. And the kinetic energy of photoelectrons is directly proportional to frequency of n. If the frequency increases, the kinetic energy of the photoelectrons also increases. And the second graphical representation is what about the relation between kinetic energy and intensity of light radiation of photoelectrons? Intensity of light radiation. Kinetic energy and intensity. The kinetic energy of photoelectrons independent on intensity of light radiation. So, if the intensity of light radiation increases, there is no change in the kinetic energy of the photoelectrons. The point is very, very important. The graphical representation is also very, very important. Which of the following graphical representation refers to the photoelectric effect? So, kinetic energy versus frequency like this, and also kinetic energy versus intensity like this. If the graphical representation or graph in between kinetic energy and intensity of light radiation, the parallel line is obtained, which is parallel to the straight line is obtained, which is parallel to the intensity axis. When the kinetic energy and intensity graph is drawn like this. So, from this graph also, the kinetic energy is independent on intensity. The kinetic energy is depends on frequency. If the frequency of light radiation increases, kinetic energy of the ejected electron also increases. If the intensity of light radiation increases, there is no change in the kinetic energy of the electron. Okay, next point. First point. What happens when nu is less than nu naught? Nu, which is nothing but the frequency of incident light radiation, nu naught. This is a threshold frequency. In this case, no ejection of electron. No ejection of electrons. That is, photoelectric effect is not observed. Photoelectric effect is not observed. Is not observed. When nu is greater than nu naught, a second case. Nu is greater than nu naught. That means the frequency of the light radiation, incident light radiation, is greater than the threshold frequency. Then photoelectric effect is observed. That means the ejection of electron from the metal surface is observed. That means photoelectric effect is done when the incident light frequency is greater than nu naught. That is nothing but threshold frequency. And one more point is there. What happens when nu is equal to nu naught? What happens when nu is equal to nu naught? So let us see the graphical representation, kinetic energy and frequency. If so, like this is nu naught. The incident light radiation frequency is equal to nu naught. So there is no kinetic energy here. Kinetic energy is equal to 0. That gives kinetic energy is equal to 0. So we can observe the photoelectric effect at only nu is greater than nu naught. But in the case of nu is less than nu naught, and also nu is equal to nu naught, in which case the kinetic energy of the photoelectron becomes 0. When the incident light radiation frequency, the frequency of the incident light radiation is equal to the threshold frequency, then the kinetic energy of the electron is 0. Clear? Next. So let us see a problem from photoelectric effect from IIT JEE 2011 paper. The work function of some metals is listed below. The number of metals which will show photoelectric effect when light of 300 nanometer wavelength falls on the metal is. Some metals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 metals are there. Lithium, work function in electron volts given 2.4, sodium 2.3, potassium 2.2, magnesium 3.7, copper 4.8, silver 4.3, iron 4.7, platinum 6.3, and tungsten 4.75. The number of metals which will show photoelectric effect. That means the photoelectric effect is shown when nu is greater than nu naught. W is equal to h nu naught. So in the case of energies, E of photon is greater than or equal to work function. Is greater than or equal to work function. Then only the metal shows photoelectric effect. So here the work function lambda is in nanometers, work function is in electron volts, which is nothing but energy. Work function in electron volts, which is nothing. The minimum amount of energy is required to break the electrostatic attractions between nucleus and outermost electron or electron of surface of the metal. That is nothing but W threshold energy or work function. So first we have to calculate the energy of a photon. Energy of a photon, which is nothing but already discussed in Planck's quantum theory, which is nothing but 12375 divided by lambda in angstrom units. Energy of photon, which is in electron volts. So here lambda is given in nanometers. You have to convert the nanometers into angstrom units. We get 3000 nanometers, 300 nanometers, which is equal to 3000 angstrom units. 1 nanometer is equal to 10 angstrom units. So we get E photon is equal to, it can be written as 12340 for lambda by lambda 10 angstrom units for our convenience, for simple calculation. 12400, 375 400, 375 400. So lambda is equal to 300 nanometers, or in angstrom means 3000 angstrom means. Substitute the lambda value. And E photon is equal to 12,000 by 3000. That is nothing but 4.13 electron volts. Energy of photon is 4.13 electron volts. That means the metal atoms which are having 4.13 electron volts work function less than 4.13 electron volts work function can show photoelectric effect. Less than. So less than 4.13, 2.1, 2.3, 2.2, 3.7. So these are all greater than 4.13 electron volts. So number of metals show photoelectric effect is equal to 4. Lithium, sodium, potassium, magnesium. Lithium, sodium, potassium and magnesium. Here E photon is greater than or equal to work function. So the number of metal atoms which shows photoelectric effect based on this problem: lithium, sodium, potassium and magnesium. Such type of problems are given. So read carefully and then solve the problem like this. Thank you very much.